and welcome to the Global Business Group, where we aim to unlock the potential of international business, providing unique local business solutions internationally. We specialize in business advisory, import and export opportunities, market entry, investments, and funding to help you achieve your business goals. Now, let's get into today's Business Day.
Hello and welcome to Business Day number 14. So who's the Global Business Group hosting Business Day? We are 22 associates from 22 countries around the world, meeting since June 2020, have dealt with 238 business opportunities ranging from $1,000 to $500 million. And the Global Business Group is a network that's worldwide, connecting businesses with a goal to improve the business of all our associates and partners from around the world to make international business as transparent and as easy as local business. In fact, the Global Business Group is here to add the human factor to international business. The Global Business Group is active in business advisory, import-export opportunities, market entry, and investment and funding opportunities. So if you'd like to attend a meeting, it's quick.ac/meeting. And you can join us on the web through YouTube or LinkedIn, just at quick.ac/ ahead of that. And today we have a very special guest, our very own associate, Manuela Boni from Italy, who will speak to us about internationalization, branding, and pricing. With that said, Manuela, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dirk. Thank you very much. I tried to concentrate some of the very long training I usually do at university, but I will just try to give you some ideas of what we are, of the professionalism that we try to transfer to our clients. Internationalization is a word, but it's something that we absolutely need to transfer to our client in a very high quality level. This is me, this is just what I usually do, but I decided to use Italy as an example, but it can be your own country. It can be Spain, it can be Thailand, it can be South Africa. Italy is famous or known for flexibility, but bureaucracy. So when someone wants to enter Italy, we have to tell this. Flexibility is wonderful, but it's very complicated if you put it into bureaucracy. There is always something lacking, okay? Made in Italy is manufacturing and technology. If you need something particular, Italy maybe a small accessory or something, maybe Italy has it, and you can use it to complete your own product. Imagine that an electric toothbrush is composed by 25 parts coming from 25 different countries. So this is just an idea of what this can considered as important when you find the right country for your product. Italy is also known for tourism, so and for expats. Big multinational companies move many expats to Italy, and so we have extremely developed the accommodation industry or the relocation immigration. But be careful, because marketing and cross-culture are there, and in Italy 2 minutes can take 1 hour. This means that if I tell you, just give me 2 minutes and they come back, I could come after 1 hour. This is part of the culture, Italian culture. The labor law are also very important to understand in Italy, because if you think that you can employ a person in Italy as you do in the US, well, the labor law will be completely different. If you try to fire a person in 5 days in Italy, it will be impossible. You will need about 2 to 3 months to do it. The same happens with investments. Purchase and sale in Italy is particular, and bureaucracy comes again. And accounting is extremely important. We have an example. The company SAS, it's a personal company. But if you talk about an SAS in France, it's a capital company. It's not a personal company. What is the difference? The difference is your client will lose all his money if there are debts concerning the company. In the other case, the company will lose all its money, but not the owner's money. So this is something that we absolutely need to understand when we access a company and a country, sorry. Now let's go deep into price and brand. A table is a table. A stainless steel table is a stainless steel table. But we have 4 different producer or distributors here. And in this case, the same table has 3 different prices. You can have 486, 222, 716. What is good and what is bad? All are good and all are bad. The risk is to use the price as a simple element to decide if the product is good or not. Well, the problem is that you have to identify the market, the sector, and the country. This table, for example, 486 euros, is wonderful in France because the brand is a French brand. This price is very important, for example, in Italy. And the price is very good. This is an Italian manufacturing. What are the differences? In particular, the difference is the use of manufacturing. But this particular company usually manufactures for this one. So it's sometimes you have to understand what is the market for and what is the objective. And then, of course, you have to consider quantity and the market. Okay, and also the kind of material used is extremely important. This is all stainless steel 304. This is 304 on the top and on the legs, not on the shelf. This is not 304. So this is also something that makes the price different. Okay, we are talking technically, but when a market needs a particular product, we need to be technical because otherwise the product doesn't fit the market. The service and services in general are products. And you have on the right side brands that are well known for particular sectors. And on the right and on the left side, sorry, we have brands that are less known and they are less expensive. But the nice thing is that sometimes these people are working for these people. So what is the difference? The difference is the client. The client of, for example, Crown Relocation is a client moving more than 100 people per year. The client of Mobility and MAE is a client that moves also 1-2 different people. So when service is important, it is important when you see what the final client has in exchange from what he pays. Probably a much better service and much personalized service will be given by this sector of the page of the slide, because these logos and these companies are much more used to assist and tailor the service. On the other side, we will have services that are absolutely prepared and standardized. It's impossible for them to work in person per person. The same happens in real estate service, and the same happens for any other kind of service. So when you access a particular country, you have to consider the service you are giving, and consider that service is intangible. It is impossible to move and store. It is subjective. So the relationship producer-buyer is extremely important, and it is difficult to standardize, but we must follow the regulations of the country where we go. This is the example of Italy. We have services taking 74% of the GDP. So this is just to give an idea. And this is Europe. Europe is enhancing services in according to the country. So the Global Business Group is more important because everybody of us knows his own country and is able to assist our clients at best in this case. So we are very similar if we consider that we are all in Europe, but we are very different. And this is an example, Italian flexibility, that is not exactly fitting, for example, the German market. But German market is absolutely needing the flexibility that we have, and that is why we can work together. This is just an example, but imagine what happens if we stay in one own borders. Going on where we go, it's not necessary that if we know that it's a fashion to go to, let's say, Morocco, everybody has to go to Morocco. We have to decide what is the product, what is the service we want to offer, and we have to decide if the product we have, it's prepared enough and ready to face that market. Because every product must be retailored according to the market we are accessing. The segmentation is something important, the targeting is something important, and the positioning is the basic. If we decide that our product is okay, we have to decide where we want to go with that product, which is the right price that we have to give that market in order to sell the product, and decide that we want to position in that market in some places. A good program, a financial capacity, an organization, and something like a competent personnel and skilled personnel are absolutely necessary for our clients when we want to accompany them to another country, because otherwise we are not professional at all. And sometimes they don't know how to do it. So the marketing is extremely important because it assists our strategy. So we need a business model when we go abroad. And for example, the niche market can be the best because, let's say, a translation company selling Italian translation worldwide, it's not necessary that they sell any translation. Why not focusing on art and science, for example? This could be maybe the great opportunity for them. I think I have finished my slides. I wanted to answer questions because I wanted to be a little bit interactive. And I see there is something in the chat. I don't know if there is something interesting for to answer. No, it's just the chat. Do you have any questions? Do you want me to focus on something in particular of the slide we saw? I'm absolutely available to answer any particular questions that you could have.
Manuela?
Yeah. I cannot hear you.
Sorry, you are promoting a route to market to Italy. And is there a structure that I can show people that are interested in getting into Italy? Something with sort of, this is what we do, and this is what you can expect in terms of price-wise, or this is what you can expect in terms of service?
Well, it depends on, as I said, it depends on the product, on the kind of service you want to affect that product. For example, we have this kind of product, okay? A table. A table has no electric elements, has no technical elements, is a top and 4 legs. But imagine you are selling a kind of a tool or a machine or something. The first element you have to check is my product or is my company ready to provide assistance, information, aftermarket services. It can be simply we have our 24-hour service online where you can call and have I don't know, information according to something that is not working or have not understood, or spare parts. It's important that if you provide a product, there must be the Italian person wants to have the spare parts and the assistance accordingly. On the contrary, it must be extremely cheap to sell the product, because it means that I'm ready to pay very low, very cheap, but I know that I will have very little. Okay, in Italy there are particular chains that already sell very cheap products, and in that case Italian person is ready to buy them because of the price. But sometimes they don't work so well, so the manufacturer is also exiting, so going away from the country very easily. In that case, we have a second problem. When you enter a market, you work hard to do it, and it's very easy to go away. The problem is that when you go away, it's quite impossible that you enter again, unless you have a new brand, a new image, a new product, in the end, if you are someone else. So this is more or less the case. There are brands that can have a very high price. I go back to this one. I have experiences with these ones. There are companies that have very high prices, and they can afford those high prices because their name is behind them. Before I said sometimes we do the service for them because they are so standardized that sometimes it's very difficult for them to provide the service. And they are obliged to be very expensive in order to resell the service or use the service to someone else in order to resell it. So this is something important to understand in Italy. And then it depends if it is an investment, if it is in real estate, if it is in production, or a product simply to access the market. So first the sector and then the strategy.
Wow, cool. Thank you for all these perspectives on brand internationalization, on price perception, and how that plays into a lot of other factors as well. Are there any other questions? Any comments for Manuela?
Manuela, if I have suppliers in South Africa that are looking for a route to market in Italy, right?
Yeah.
What would be the first point of call, and how would they go about it? What would, you know, would I introduce them to you and you would sort of give them a baseline of this is what you can expect, this is what it's going to cost you, that type of thing?
We could say that there are 3 steps that we can cover. First step is we have a conversation. This is valid for any country. It's not necessary that it is only Italy. Italy was used as an example because I know Italy very well, so I prefer using something that I know. But first step, who you are, I mean, your company, who you are, what is your potential, if you have enough, if you are strong enough to face this internationalization, so this travel towards another country. I'm used to use a metaphor which is extremely valid in the growth of the market. It's a metaphor that used a doctor. When you internationalize with your company, it's like your baby. When you need to give birth to your baby, the growth of the baby is not mathematical, it's geometrical. So when you go abroad, if you go just near your country, your risk will be +10. I mean, if you risk 10 in your country, you will risk 100 going to the country next to your country. But if you go further, the risk is extremely high. So your risk of 100 becomes 1,000, 10,000. So this is the geometrical risk. So first step, check what is the potential of your country, of your company. Then, if the company has a strategy, wishing to go abroad with a product, is that, have you understood which country? Why Italy? Have you studied the habits? Have you studied the kind of product? Is it correct for you, Italy? Why not, I don't know, Austria? Because blah blah blah, there are other reasons. So this is extremely important, because sometimes they go to a place, but they just go because they know that everybody goes there, but not because their product is fit for that country. So this is extremely important to discuss with the client. It says that you are extremely professional and you are extremely skilled in what you are assisting him. Okay. So this is the second step. And the third step, okay, we have seen that you are good, your product is okay. So let's go deep into the strategy to penetrate the market as much as possible and as quick as possible. You cannot use 3 years just to make you known. So this is more or less what I can suggest. You can do it on your own, and we can work together to be able to understand if the company is ready to come to Italy. Then, according to the product, we will analyze what is a good partner for Italy, for example, and in Italy, and the way he wants to enter through just import-export experience, through a joint venture, he wants to have a company. So these are different, completely different experiences, and we can understand together the step-by-step vision.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Manuela.
Thank you to you.
If there are any other questions for Manuela, please don't hesitate to reach out to her at globalbusiness.group. And I'm sure she'll be happy to respond to all of your questions.
Absolutely.
And with that said, I do wish you a great week and especially happy business.
Thanks for joining in. We'll see you at the same time next week. In the meantime, be sure to check out our website, www.globalbusiness.group. The Global Business Group, making international business easy.